been a while since we welcomed you to the Screen Age podcast, and it's currently episode 59, I believe, and I'm your host, Connor.
And I'm Rodrigo. New year.
Yes,
New
haps
year.
the new year all around.
Yes, haps the new year.
Yeah.
Another year, same old shit.
It's gonna be a big year, though, I feel.
You died there.
Okay,
Maybe it
yeah,
wasn't
maybe
a
this is
big
a
year.
big year for death. I'm gonna turn off my
Maybe
camera, by the
we
way.
won't make it to the year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but sure, look, we'll get into the nitty gritty of the fun stuff.
See, I think we're starting off a little bit strong. A good few things to discuss.
In TV.
In TV. Let's go with
In
TV.
TV. Okay. I want to talk about a show that came out last week.
Oh, yes. Why haven't I watched it yet?
It was highly anticipated, obviously, because Star Wars has been
You see?
lackluster in the content, but we finally got something. We finally got the Book of Boba Fett. Just the first episode, not two like they usually drop, just the one. It was good. It was good, but it was a bit slow. A bit of
You have
a
a
whole
thing
lot of
with slow,
nothing
though.
happened. Sorry?
You have a thing with slow. Like, regularly when you say, oh, it's slow, it's like, okay, but it gets good.
I'm sure it will get very good, yes. But I feel like that the first episode was just kind of... There was a lot of back story with kind of like what happened with Boba Fett a little bit, and then just kind of him getting set up as the new, basically, Jabba the Hutt. So like it's just kind of
Crazy.
setting it up for what's gonna happen.
Crazy.
But
It's like you're
enjoyable.
explaining a pilot episode.
I know, but I am just saying it was like a whole load of nothing, but it set the foundation. It was good,
Like
and
a
I did
pilot
enjoy it.
episode should.
But no, it was good. In fairness, it was good. I do recommend you watching it.
Oh, yeah, no, I definitely will. I'm going to wait till I
Yeah,
get back
you
up to
should.
Cork, though, because I don't have Disney Plus down here.
Oh yeah, there you go. Then you'll have a couple of episodes to run through. Then after that, then.
Can't
But,
wait.
yeah, it is good, and it is good to see Boba Fett. Like we've always said, we've always loved Boba Fett, and it was we were lacking that content of Star Wars, I think,
Oh, yeah,
um,
no, it absolutely were.
and I hope this fills the void for the next probably year before we get anything else again. But yeah, it's good. It picks up straight after the Mandalorian end credit scene.
Oh, cool.
So there's literally no jump. It's kind of like straight away.
Which is
Yeah.
good, because, like, that's what got us the hype, was, like, seeing how we got to literally there.
Yeah. So it's good. I am excited to finally have something to watch weekly again, because I
Yes.
haven't had anything for a while. Everything's just kind of been like, I'll just watch a whole lot of One Piece.
Oh, yeah, it's just finding older shows to binge and then kind of
Yeah,
hope it
so
fills some
hopefully
form of void for
there'll
something
be,
new.
Exactly. So hopefully there'll be something to fill that void for a while. But yeah, that's my Boba Fett news. The other news that I have is one that I'm very excited about. Very
Okay.
excited. We finally got a trailer for the Peaky Blinders season 6.
Is it a proper trailer? Because actually, I've seen
Proper trailer.
people talk
yes.
about it.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
it was a
I've
proper
seen it,
trailer. It does a good job at not showing anything, but showing enough to get you really excited. This season looks like it's gonna be fucking mental. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be jam packed with action. It's gonna be insane. Some of the shit Tommy says, just in that trailer, is enough to get you excited.
I kind of want to
it's-
hold off. I
Yeah,
don't
I
want to
won't
look
say
at it.
anything. Oh, you want to hold off?
Yeah, no, I want to experience all of it as much as I can in just experiencing it. Does it give a release date
Mm.
actually?
No, it doesn't. That's the only sad part. There's no release date on it. Which is unfortunate, but it does say wherever they put like posts and shit about Peaky Blinders, they always say early 2022. So
Mm.
I'm thinking probably not January, but maybe February, March is when it's going to come out. But I don't know if it's going straight to Netflix though, which is the big downer of this all.
Yeah. Oh.
I think it goes to the BBC first,
Oh
and
yeah.
then after a while it comes to Netflix. So it's time for all of us to get BBC and watch it, because I'm not waiting 6 months to a year to watch Peaky Blinders.
Oh yeah. Well, BBC's just a TV channel, so
Yeah. So if you have any box set, you can watch it.
yeah.
Yeah. But very excited for that. It looks awesome.
Oh
And
god,
I
yeah. It's been
just
highly
can't.
anticipated. It's like the
Oh
Elden
yeah,
Ring of TV series for us.
definitely. I just cannot wait for that one. Um, I just love Peaky Blinders. It's definitely
Oh,
up there
we
with
all.
one of my favorite of all time, depending on how this ends. 'Cause if it ends kind of shit, it might ruin it.
Yeah, I'm already seeing people kind of come up with ideas of how it's going to end, and none of it is making me go, "Oh, that could go well."
Yeah,
It's
and
just
then like
let it end.
we obviously still have the film that they're gonna
Mhm.
make after season 6, so I don't know what to expect from the end of the season, because as we know, there will be a film that would go after season 6. So
Yeah.
it's not a thing that it might take place before season 6 or whatever. It is straight after season 6. So I, like we've said before, we don't like that.
No.
We don't like that they did that, because now it's kind of like maybe not a lot might happen. Um, maybe no one will die.
Yeah. But
And
again,
same
there's
for the-
theories saying otherwise.
Oh yeah, definitely. Maybe the film's just to clean up the whole mess.
Mm.
But it does look good. It does look good, and I'm excited. I think is there a new person that joined, a big name. I feel like a big name joined this cast recently. I can't remember.
It's great.
Someone in the
We'll
trailer.
discover it when it comes.
Loud silence
Yeah.
here.
Are you done with Peaky Blinders?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Grand, because I want to discuss something.
Stephen Graham. Got it out there. Anyway,
Stephen,
continue.
I actually don't know who that is. I want to discuss something, which is the How I Met Your Father show.
Oh,
But I know, but I'm gonna like mention it as a little thing just to get off away from that, because I know that hurts you. Hearing me say those words in a sentence, because you love How I Met Your Mother.
oh yeah.
That's also up there, one of your favorite shows ever.
It is definitely 100%.
I'm more so gonna just go say this headline, which is How I Met Your Father images show How I Met Your Mother style hijinks. Now, I have an issue with shows that does this type of stuff, where they rebrand it, remake it, remaster, whatever you want to call it. They re-something it, and then they completely live in the shadow of the first one. Now, I get if you make another show, if you make a sequel show, prequel movie, prequel TV series, prequel game, sequel game, whatever the hell, it's obviously going to be held in comparison to the first one. That is so obvious.
Yeah.
But you don't get anywhere if you just do the exact same thing as the first one. You
Yeah.
also don't get anywhere if it's a sequel, prequel, whatever the hell equal, if you do nothing like the first one and completely change everything instantly. If you like that would be like going from Halo Combat Evolved and then just launching your way to Halo 5 Guardians. You don't get anything from that. But
Oh
like
yeah.
a gradual change and shift definitely does.
Mm.
But like completely advertising this off of the first one, living in the literal shadow of a predecessor to a
Yeah.
degree works, but if it's literally just looks like it's going to be the same shit, just different cast members, it's not going to be anywhere near as good, and it's going to be heavily or compared to the first one.
Oh, definitely. Like even to the style of like um on their posters, the font that they use for the How I Met Your Father is the exact same as the How I Met Your Mom and everything. So like they're really just like going with, okay, this worked, let's do it again, just different. And
Yeah,
I watched the trailer for this and it looks awful. Now
yeah.
I don't know if it's just because obviously I love the other one and whatever, but I just genuinely felt like it was awful. I don't know. I feel like this is just not gonna work.
It's just going to completely and utterly pray that people miss How I Met Your Mother enough not to rewatch it.
Yeah, but like
Like,
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be shit.
I feel like it's gonna be shit as well. Like, I feel like it's completely living off of the original name. It's not going to do anything
Mm.
special to create its own self. It's not going to do
Yeah,
anything to be like, yes, what this is what makes us stand out. Like
yeah,
any
yeah.
successful series, movies, games, or TV show, when the second season hits, just continues on its story in its own way. But there's a different feel to each season. There's a different feel to each movie. There's a different feel to each game. With this, there's not going to be a different feel, and I think that's my issue mainly with it. It's going to be the exact same sitcom shit that's just going to move on. Even Scrubs, when they went to a different hospital, had a
Mm.
slightly different feel to it. It was newer. It was um, focusing on other people, but it still had the same what you call it recipe, but it still felt like it was trying new things. This sounds like it's instantly not trying new things and just praying people like the original one.
Yeah, definitely because it just uh, it literally is just a copy and paste. Like, and it will be like
Mhm.
it's gonna be like you even see it in the trailer. It's a group of friends that they hang out at a bar, and they like there's obviously one that's a big playboy, and then there's the long term couple, and blah blah blah. And it's like this is literally How I Met Your Mother, just with different cast. It literally will just live in its shadow the whole time.
Mhm.
Even if it's good, even if it's genuinely good, it will just live in the shadow forever.
Oh
Because
yeah.
it'll always just be compared. Because it literally is. Like, they could have named it a little different or something just to kind of be unique. But they didn't. They just didn't. They're literally, like you said, living off people wanting more How I Met Your Mother content. So it's like, oh, here you go. It's a little different, but it's the same thing.
Hmm.
Um, and I know that if they get really desperate, they're gonna have cameos with the original cast in it.
Oh,
Um,
absolutely.
absolutely. If they get like really, really desperate with it, and they're just like, look, we have to get the ratings up. Let's bring in the lads for a few episodes or something, and that'll just bring up the the ratings for a while, and then they'll go straight back down.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but apparently we got the pilot like a year ago, and
Did we?
yeah, apparently, like it doesn't fully release till like January this year, like 19th, I think,
What is
on
it?
the
A
19th.
fucking early preview series? How does that work?
I have no idea. I think they originally had a cast, did a pilot it failed, and then they recast pretty much everyone except the mother.
Oh.
But this show was supposedly meant to like happen in 2014, and the
Jesus
fact that they had
Christ.
to
Seriously?
delay it 7 years, no 8 years.
I mean, I did. Wait, 2014. Yeah.
6 and 8, yeah. Should tell you something.
Like, oh yeah.
You have to delay something
not
8
good.
years. It's probably not a good idea that you go for it.
Look at you, Cyberpunk.
But yeah, it's this shouldn't be happening. I don't like it.
No.
I'm sure there'll be again, like when How I Met Your Mother was announced, everyone's like, oh, this is like Friends. It's the same thing, a group of friends, blah blah blah. And there'll be people that won't like it. And then there was obviously the cult following that was created.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure there might be some sort of cult following for this, but I'm not giving it good hope.
No, I'm not giving it hope. Now, there is one thing here I don't think we have anything else really. It's quite slow for the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
But there is one thing I want to say that will probably give us hope. And just going back to Boba Fett, we're going to end on Boba Fett again, right? Or the TV series on Boba Fett, where it's showing that there's like connections to the syndicate that Darth Maul set up in the animated series, the Crimson Dawn. Now, I'm not going to talk about the actual Crimson Dawn itself in the show, but I'm more so going to hint that I'm delighted that they're looking at other pieces of lore and canon that has already been set in place and linking it all together. This is giving me hope for how they're actually going to write future series and the rest of this series. Because if they're taking it seriously enough to be able to figure out that they can make a big connection to a big crime syndicate that happened in the animated series to a crime syndicate that's happening in a live action series,
Yeah.
I'm interested in this because there is a lot of. That means they're looking at the history of everything. That means they're looking at the lore. They're looking at everything that has happened since. So this could actually look at some good writing coming our way, some good history and world building.
Yeah,
for
that
fucking
does sound
once.
interesting. For once, yeah. Even if it's not with Boba Fett, get it with either Ahsoka or Obi-Wan Kenobi, just getting some of that lore, like just really, like not sticking with the same formula all the time, going like some obscure lore that like was, like you said, in an animated series or something like that, would just be awesome, because it'd just be different, it'd just be new, fresh, and they'd be listening to us. And that's always good.
Yeah.
But God forbid they do. Anyway.
Yeah. It's just the fact that if it looks like they seem to be doing this, I'm getting a bit more hope for future series and for its
Hopefully.
actual series itself.
Yes, hopefully.
Well, excuse me.
We can hope. But we'll move on to movies.
Yeah. Look, we're gonna say before when you said you didn't have anything for video games, it's like I'll find something. If you go past the first page in the one that we usually use, it gets to 10 days ago.
Yeah.
There is zero on games. This is going to be a short little episode, and I did not know this before coming in. So when I said we're starting off strong, what I really mean is we're starting off strong.
Yeah. I have one thing in games, but it's kind of shit. But anyway, we'll go movies. I feel like we got a couple of things here. I think the first thing, and it was like a nice, I want to say end of the year. I think it came out at the end of the year. It was the Harry Potter reunion.
Oh yeah, it came out literally yesterday, the first of.
It came out yesterday, so a good start of the year. I've seen clips of it. I haven't watched it because I don't have. I think it's HBO or Hulu. I don't know what it's on, but
Max
I don't have
as
it. So I've seen clips of it, and it just looks like they had so much fun.
Oh yeah.
It looks so nostalgic. It looks amazing. It just looks. I really want to watch it. I just genuinely want to watch it. It feels like just an emotional roller coaster, and I just want to watch it.
Oh yeah, I want to watch as well.
Yeah, like they show a lot of behind the scenes, and like they share stories. Like it just seems amazing.
Hmm.
And I kind of love the way they handled the whole J.K. Rowling situation, because she does have like a collective 10 minutes in the whole thing where she speaks,
Oh.
but it's old footage of her speaking about Harry Potter.
Oh.
But the funny part is, for no one else, for no other old clip or anything, just the clips where J.K. Rowling speaking, there's a massive banner on top that doesn't like flash for like 5 seconds and it disappears. It's there the whole time she's talking. Every time it's like this was filmed in 2019.
I guess
I know, but it
oh,
is
yeah,
funny
yeah.
that they were like, it's not this isn't new. Like I just found that quite funny how they were like,
Isn't when
look,
she
this
absolutely went off the proper deep end. She was halfway in there, like, oh, getting to the deep end now, but she could
yeah,
still see the warning sign for it.
yeah, and look, hey, look, I'm sure she doesn't care that she's not in this because she's still gonna get that fat paycheck anyway. Because every
Mhm.
time they use the words Harry Potter side by side, she gets a massive paycheck anyway. Um, but I just found it funny how they handled that whole situation like that.
Yeah.
But it looks like it was just cute and fun, and I mean, I feel like the Friends reunion has created this type of content now because they were really the first to do it, and now I
Mm.
feel like everyone's gonna start doing it, with their own TV shows or movie series, but it
And
just
see, I'm kind of happy with that though, because I do like reunions. I do like seeing
I
behind the
do,
scenes. And if there's ones that we haven't gotten that we really should have gotten, like the Harry Potter one was one that um I wanted for ages, and I guess we couldn't really have gotten a reunion like for a 10-year anniversary of it started because the movies were still coming out
they were still going, yeah.
by that point. So seeing one for a 20-year anniversary, I'm delighted at seeing it because again
Yeah,
I do want to rewatch it, and all the such. No, sorry, I do want to watch it and all the such, but I feel like there should be a few more reunions. So I think what properly started it, and it goes back to the big shtick.
oh yeah,
Do you remember when what the hell's his name? Oh,
for
there's
what?
a bunch of reunions that they held over Zoom
Oh,
online,
okay.
and I think the one that started it all properly was Lord of the Rings one.
Okay. I do
Because I
remember something like
remember,
that, yeah.
yeah, Josh Gab, I think his name is. He's the guy who voiced Olaf. He does a bunch of other YouTube
Mm.
stuff. But I think it was for charity that they set up a bunch of these. There's a load of them. They set up a good few of them, but the
I think
one
they did
that
an office
really,
one as well and stuff.
I think so, but I think that was a bit. I think it was after it.
It could have been, I
I
don't know,
think
but yeah.
the
But yeah, I
first,
do
the one
remember that
that,
they did charity stuff, yeah.
yeah, and I think that might have been what started it off. That might be what got people on like
Mm.
producers and such to go. Maybe this should be something we look into because I watched the entirety of the Lord of the Rings one and it was absolutely amazing to see them all together sharing stories and running through things. So I'd say once that got traction, that's when people started thinking which ones can we do. And then the Friends
Yeah,
one came along, and then the Harry Potter ones come along, which are all huge. And so it's probably going to
yeah.
be a few more big ones. And I doubt they'll do a Lord of the Rings one, um,
No, I feel like
especially nowadays
that's
with the
done,
big
yeah.
shtick. Yeah, but we already have one properly online, so we saw all them
Mm.
there. So
Yeah, and I think like there's gonna be some shitters. There's gonna be some
oh
TV
yeah,
show out there that believes that they deserve a reunion, and you're just gonna be like, no one wants to
sit back
see
down.
this. They're like a Pretty Little Liars reunion or something.
Oh
I love bringing
god,
that up.
I
But
hate
like,
it. I hate
no,
that
but like
show
I
so
feel
much.
like uh, I feel like some shows, like I don't know, like the first one that came to mind was Game of Thrones. Like if they do a 10-year reunion, I feel like that's still too fresh. Like people just won't be happy with it or whatever. Um, but I feel like well, I don't feel like, I hope what they don't do is like let's say in 5 years' time, they go Harry Potter 25th anniversary reunion, and then they just start milking it every 5 years. I hope it's a one and done type of a thing, because I mean, how much behind the scenes can you really show with it before it just gets repetitive and boring? So like, I hope it's a one-time reunion where we get to see them after a long time, and that's it. Because even the Harry Potter ones, yes, it's 20-year anniversary, but like you said, it's really a 10-year reunion, because the films ended in 2011, so like they haven't been together since 2011. So I hope it's not like, I hope it's takes a while to get these reunions, because then it makes it more special and sentimental, other than just like, oh, this ended like 2 years ago and now we have a reunion, and it's like, well, I don't feel it yet. But hey, we love Harry Potter. I kind of want to watch them.
Oh, same.
Yeah, but
actually, yep, that'll lead me off my next one. Usually we rewatch. We do movie marathons here around the end of the year, Christmas in our family. This year we rewatched Indiana Jones. Last year we did Harry Potter, actually, but this year was Indiana Jones, and I love those movies. And I can't help but have the overbearing shadow of there is a fifth one coming out, and then the other shadow isn't anything else but the man who will be 80. He will be 80 when this is being filmed.
This was meant to come out this year, but he fell and broke, I want to say, his ribs or his wrist or something like that. No, that was Star Wars, I think. No,
I think it was this as
anyway,
well.
He broke something, because I mean, he's a fragile old man, so they had to delay it for a whole year. Like this isn't coming out till next year, so like a year and 6 months we get this film, and it's like, this is going to be so long before we actually get it, and that's without any further delays. And it's almost like, should we have done this? Should we have gotten an Indiana Jones 5?
And that's what I was like for a while. For a while I was like, oh, should we get this? Should we need it? But now I don't care. Now I just want to see how it's done. I want to see what happens. I want to see this.
It's stupid fun.
Yeah, that's my thing. I think it is going to be stupid fun, because there's a reaction here by Harrison Ford about people saying how he's going to be older and stuff like that, and it's actually when I looked at it, I went, fuck it, I can't really believe that I was thinking otherwise. I do kind of just want to see what he does, because he's like, his exact reaction was, yeah, I've heard of it, referencing the people saying, oh, he's going to be older. He goes on to say, oh, he's older. Well, yes, and by the way, so are you. So are you. Take a look at the fucking mirror. I
just love his reactions to anything.
I love him, yeah.
I like, what's the other thing he said? It's like, oh, why are you doing? Someone asked him, like, why are you doing Indiana Jones?
Oh, it was on the Graham Norton show.
For the money. And it's fucking brilliant. I just love how genuine he is.
It's when I can't remember what it was. I think it was Indiana Jones, or I know it was Star Wars. I think when Star Wars came out, and it's like, what made you come back? And he just leans over and goes, the money. And like, he just say, I love it. But like, what I also love is there was I can't remember, I think it was GQ did an interview with him as well, going through his history, his roles. He's actually made some brilliant movies. Like, I didn't realize just how many good movies he actually done, and how different he usually plays.
He's got good range.
In fairness, like, I didn't actually realize how many things he's been in. Quite just how many things he's been in. I mean, I know he's been in a lot, but like, I just completely forgot where I was going with this.
Say that he had a lot of films.
Oh yeah, got it now.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch! I did not get a lost sleep last night. what I loved was actually how he was talking about how he chooses roles and stuff like that.
Mm.
So when he's on talk shows, so we obviously hear him talk about it's for the money and blah 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 and all that type of stuff. But actually hearing him say other things about how he chooses roles and why he did things and how he enjoyed it and stuff like that was like, there's actually more to it than just money, and I appreciate that. But I also really appreciate you do some of the real big stupid shit just for money.
Yeah, like I've always thought, like, whenever you see an actor do film and it's trash and they're like, oh, I just didn't work out, or the cast was bad, like the script didn't work or whatever, and it's almost like, yeah, but like you got paid a lot of money. It's like, why don't you just say, look, I did this for the money, like this came along my way, and I I saw the fat check that I was gonna get at the end, and I said, yeah, bring it on. And that's why I love when he says it's just for the money, because when you look back at his really shitty films, you're like, he probably just saw the paycheck and said, fuck it, why not? and I respect
different
that
way of doing something.
yeah and I totally respect that, other than someone just going, oh, it's just, it didn't work out because of this, and blame someone else. And it's like, nah, just say you did it for the money, and then everyone just move on and be happy.
Yeah, well, I think what we like about him the most is that he doesn't really care about public opinion. Because even when he was talking about the movies in the past, he's like, and I think it was just a good movie. And like, he didn't mention any of the critic reviews. He didn't mention any of it like that. He kind of just went with it and was like, this is what we did. And it sounds like he has like no regrets. But even with the movies that he mentioned that had some difficult filming things, whether it been on-set spats or whatever the hell, even though he just like talked about how difficult it was, he still sounded like he had no regrets beside it. And I think that's what I appreciate the most from him.
Yeah, I think so too, because he's just always just happy. He's always a happy man. Like, no matter what.
Well,
no, like, what I mean is, like you said, even though he might have spats or whatever, he's always just like, yeah, it was good fun or whatever. It was enjoyable or whatever to film it, and he just always seems to be having fun while filming shit. And that's why I feel like we get such genuine like performances from him, because he actually genuinely enjoys what he's doing.
Yeah, I think that's another thing as well. I do think he enjoys what he does.
Oh yeah,
and how he does it too.
Yeah, because I feel like some actors really hate being actors.
Oh yeah,
but I feel like he just loves it. He just has so much fun.
You can definitely I guess you can tell. Like, it's difficult because I have a feeling a load of like really good actors hate being actors. And I'm like, yeah, I get that, and I get like, I think it's also unfair for people like, why do you not like acting? Look all the money you make. I hate when people put so much emphasis also on money. It's like, if you don't like something but you're getting paid for it, I still opt to go for a lower thing that I enjoy.
Oh, definitely.
Lower paid thing that I actually enjoy. Like, fucking hell.
Yeah, like, money isn't everything, you know. You can be miserable and a millionaire. I mean, you can be miserable on a yacht, but
now I'd rather be miserable on a yacht, but if I have the opportunity to actually be happy, then I'll take the actual happiness. But if I have to be miserable, I'll take the yacht. I
mean, if I'm gonna be miserable either way, I might as well be miserable with money. But yeah, no, like, whenever, I hate when people are like, oh, but like you've all the money. It's like, yeah, but you can still be sad. You can still hate your job. You can still have issues, blah, blah, blah. But I do feel like him being nearly 80 years old, he's also coming to the end of his life. So he's also just kind of trying to have as much fun while he still can have fun. And before he gets too old or whatever, he's just trying to have as much fun as he can. And I think we can all appreciate that. And Steven Spielberg is a producer in this, so the story would probably be good.
Yeah, it might be some directing it, because I feel like Steven Spielberg does know like that 4 was the time to stop. Was like, okay, this should be it, but then whatever happened the rights got shunted off somewhere, and he's like, look, okay, I don't want to direct it because I don't want. I think 4 was enough, but
I'll help.
I'll still help it
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, I do like that. We do love a good appreciation rant,
Oh yeah.
and I think he deserves one. Now, from appreciation to shitting on something, we talked about. I think it was last time we talked about the Flash movie.
Oh fuck! Not again, Rod.
They've come out. Well, not they have, but a lot of rumors from reliable sources have come out and said that this movie will, and it pains me to say, will erase any Batman or Superman movie that we got from Snyder, from Zack
What's
Snyder.
the point?
So basically, what that means is they're gonna erase Henry Cavill ever being Superman and Ben Affleck ever being Batman.
What's the point?
So Man of Steel never happened, Batman vs Superman never happened, the Justice League never happened, and it's kind of like, why? Like,
What's the point?
just look, they weren't good. Well, Man of Steel was good, but the other two weren't good till the Zack Snyder Code. That was good, and it's like, you're on the right path. Why go back and destroy everything? It's Henry Cavill. I think for me is my favorite Superman. I just love him as Superman. I don't think anyone can play Superman just quite like he did. Even when Batman vs Superman was shit, he was good in it. And it's like, why are you gonna erase him from it? I don't understand why they have so much against Henry Cavill as Superman. I don't get it.
Yeah.
And Ben Affleck was a good Batman with a bad script. He's a good Batman.
Oh yeah.
He's a very good Batman, but he just had a bad script, bad movies, whatever. And look, you're gonna have bad films. You don't have to go back. I mean, go into the next movie and just erase it from ever happening. Just move on. Just move on. You don't need this you don't need to go back and destroy it. But apparently what's going to happen is the Batman in our universe will be Michael Keaton's Batman, but he's going to pass on the mantle to Batgirl, so she'll replace Batman in the Justice League, and then there's going to be Supergirl that will replace Superman in the Justice League.
Oh no, I know what's fucking happening then when you're breaking this down like this.
What?
They're going to try and do a fucking female Justice League.
It's getting there.
It's fucking hauling its crev there. I would be very surprised if this Flashpoint doesn't end in a female Flash.
Oh, I'm sure there will be a female Flash, but I don't know if they're gonna get rid of him. I feel like they're gonna try and build this around him, around Ezra Miller, and obviously
So what, is he going to be the only sausage among all the buns? Like, what the fuck is going to happen?
Because they still have Wonder Woman, they still have Aquaman. They're not being erased, which doesn't make sense. Anyway, but they're still there. They still have Shazam.
Being erased? Yeah, wait, that doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. They're only erasing Batman and Superman. Aquaman.
Two
and
actors
Wonder
who
Woman
said they'd be
still
happy to come back and play them.
Yeah. And not too long ago, I feel like it was maybe a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, DC came out, did a post and it was like, Henry Cavill is our Superman, and then they pulled this shit.
Yeah.
So I don't get it. I really don't get this move. It's like, if you're gonna erase everything. Don't erase half. Like, how could you go back and erase Batman, Superman, but keep Wonder Woman and Aquaman? I don't get it. And okay, we have Shazam. Shazam was very good. We're getting Shazam 2 at some stage. We have Black Adam coming along this year. So
oh yeah,
DC were on a right path. They were on a good path with a Flash movie. Aquaman 2 is probably going to get boycotted anyway by most fans, but anyway, Aquaman 2. Then we had Shazam, Black Adam. It was like, okay, we're getting there. And then they make a massive Yui with this decision. And it's like, why would you do this? I don't. It just frustrates me.
I don't know. Like, I know. I like the idea. No, they're kind of doing what they did with Justice League, Dawn of Justice. Again, they're just kind of throwing people into all of a sudden having them.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't mind seeing a Supergirl movie before this. I wouldn't mind seeing a Batgirl movie before. Now, I know you have the Batgirl series, but I doubt it's going to be the same Batgirl in the Batgirl series. Is it?
Yeah. I want to say yes.
Yeah, you want to say yes because that makes sense.
Yes, I want to say yes because it makes sense, but I don't know.
Right. And I know it's not the same Supergirl in the Supergirl series. That Supergirl series got cancelled.
Yeah, and it's a different Flash anyway in that one. But I think the Batgirl is the same Batgirl. I want to say it is.
Okay.
But again, I don't know.
Then that I can to an extent understand because it's from the series.
Yeah.
So that I can get. Supergirl I can't really get.
No.
To an extent. And it depends on how they do it. But I just hope they're not trying to wean in this some form of all-female Justice League and be progressive in that sense, because that's not really how you get your brand on track again.
Yeah.
Now, what I will say, how I think you get your brand on track. Never mind.
What?
Give me a second. You talk about something.
I don't know what.
Fuck it, never mind.
No. It's gone.
No, it's a fake.
But what I don't get is Ben Affleck is going to be in this Flash movie. So what the fuck is going on?
Wait, what?
Yeah, he's in it. He's going to be in it. There's been videos of him like on set and shit. Like he's in the film, so I don't know what's happening.
We were so close to getting some good shit from DC. We were so close. Like I feel like we're at the last hurdle. The last hurdle was to like release some shit that we can actually be okay with. You know, I'm saying this, but in my head, I'm kind of like, yeah, no, maybe we weren't, because Amber Heard is still in Aquaman 2, and this shit, and then
I know. It's. We were so close. We were
so
really close.
We held on to hope.
I don't understand. How could Ben Affleck be in the fucking film? And then, it doesn't make sense.
No.
But I feel like if they make this move, that's the end of DC. That's the end of DC.
Oh, yeah.
They'll have to reboot the whole fucking thing to fix it, because if they make this move, they will destroy it themselves. Like, I mean, they're already driving it to the ground, but they're gonna fucking destroy this. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, this is Supergirl, Sasha Cale. She's the Supergirl.
Sasha Cale.
I mean, I'm not against having a Supergirl in it, but have Henry Cavill there as well, please. Like, we love Henry Cavill.
Like, do something, don't just.
Yeah.
Wait, what's her name? Sasha Cale?
Sasha Cale, yeah.
God, she's not even coming up when I type it into. Oh.
Did you find her? Yeah, no?
I did. She has been in nothing. She's very new.
Which I have no problem with having a new person. Like,
nope, not at all.
Like, if you look at other superheroes, like, I want to say, I'm trying to think of one. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Like, having new, fresh characters. Oh, James Bond. Having an unknown person that is just fresh out of the box, no one has seen before, and they're just in, is good, but can be a detriment too. But I mean, just give us Henry Cavill. I think we're just gonna get back. We're just looping here. Let's just go back to Henry Cavill, and we just have a happy life. This film is really gonna hurt everyone, I think.
Yeah.
But when I saw it, I couldn't believe it. I honestly couldn't believe it. And they're like those Twitter accounts that have like good reputation for leaking stuff. So it's scary that they're the ones leaking it. But like we said, it doesn't make sense that they're only going to delete everything that Zack Snyder did. Why? What do they have against Zack Snyder?
Yeah, they saved you. Like, he's already saved you a few times, I think, at this point. Why the fuck do you have to keep beating him down?
Yeah, like, the Zack Snyder Justice League film is unbelievable. But then they gonna do this. Let's move on before my head explodes.
Yes.
What would you like? Do you have any more movies, or are we gone into games now?
I mean, how long have we spent on movies? I guess we're really done there. I don't have. There's a lot of just random stuff, and there's a lot of stuff on Don't Look Up. And everything that's a movie people should check out. I'm probably gonna check it out soon enough.
It is very good. I feel like it's not what I expected, because when I originally saw the trailer and what it was about, I originally thought it was gonna be like a really an intelligent film, and I don't know the genre for it, but it was gonna be more like
I can hear music in the background. Make sure it's not being picked up. I do not want to get copyright stricken.
I don't think it's being picked up.
Oh, I could hear it though.
But I think I was expecting more like a thriller, it's like kind of a thing, but then when I saw that it was a comedy, and I was like, okay, not what I expected, and then I watched it, I was like, that was unexpectedly fantastic. It was really fun. There's a massive cast in this, absolutely massive cast, and I feel like it's very good, not just because the film is good, but I also feel like it touches on like a big topic that's going on right now, and it's kind of like not listening to people that are like with the shtick and like everything that's going on. It's like, and people are like, no, not this, it's not happening, blah blah blah. It literally, like, that is touched on with that film so well, and it just shows how stupid it is, and it's just like, this is fantastic. But yeah, I do recommend anyone watching it. It's really fun. It's really good. It's quite long too. It's 2.5 hours, and it feels long sometimes. But it is very good. But we move on.
Yes. We move on to pretty much the end, because you said you had one thing in games, and I can see why.
It's one thing, and it's one like stretching thing, but there looks to be kind of like leaks of, I think it's a remaster or a new port for Goldeneye 007.
Oh yeah,
for Xbox.
So that was a while back. Yeah, I think now I do think it's a remaster.
Yeah, and I think why it's come up again is because they have shown the Xbox achievement list. I know that this excites you. So there's 55 achievements. Okay, so it's not a lot, but it adds up to a whopping, and I say a whopping 1,000 gamer score, which is a lot for only 55 achievements and a remaster.
Wait,
game.
hang on. Sorry, say again. It's 55 for 1,000.
Yes.
Why? What?
Why what?
Why are you reporting on this? That's
I don't
normal.
know. This is what has come up. We're lackluster in content. We get things that we're reporting on. This is what we report on now.
What? Wait, sorry. Okay, we're gonna have a bit of a spat on live at the moment. You think that 55 achievements adding up to 1,000 achievements isn't a whole lot?
Isn't a whole lot.
Yeah.
I am saying it is a lot.
But 1,000 is the normal.
I know, but 55 achievements for 1,000, it seems like it's a lot.
Okay. Right. Xbox app. Open that shiz. Let's see what's the most game. That's not Halo Master Chief Collection.
See, like the reason this is being reported on is because generally Xbox 360 or Xbox Live arcade games have a limit of 200 gamer score. So having one with 1,000 gamer score is a bit of a new phenomenon.
Oh, great, he's cut off. Yes, having for 1,000 gamer score after that would be good if it was just a complete bring over, like, complete update, new port of it. Yeah, then the 200 would seem to be okay. But I genuinely think this is more. It goes beyond the remaster a little bit. I think it is more so like not a reboot per se, but I do think it's a heavy remaster of it. And there's plenty of games that haven't had it were brought back from not having even online ports or 360 ports or anything like that.
Yeah.
To then having this massive reboot, this massive remaster, and gaining that 1,000 gamer score achievement list, which I love. I can't really name one off the top of my head. I should be able to name one off the top of my head, but there have been a few remasters in the past already that have, went from not having any achievements or anything like that to being heavily remastered and rebooted and then getting this 1,000 gamer score, which just adds to content really for classic games, which I think it works out pretty well.
Yeah, it does.
Now I have to pray that he comes back and I don't have to run an outro on my own.
Can you not hear me?
There he goes. There he is.
Hello?
Yep.
Yeah, I was able to hear you the whole time.
That's fine.
No, yeah. Well, I agree with what you said. It is just gonna add a bit more content to classic games. But I guess the reason it is being reported is because games like this generally only have 200 gamer score, and now it's going to 1,000. Thanks, Dad. But
13 minutos nos vamos.
But yeah.
Oh, that definitely got picked up.
Oh, 100%. I mean, my dad's deaf, so when he doesn't have his ear things, he screams. But yeah, that's grand. But
no, I meant the uproarious fart I just gave definitely also got picked up. It hurt my ass.
But yeah, I mean, didn't we get like this game rumored a while ago?
Oh, fucking ages back. But I do think it was only like 2 weeks ago we got an image.
Okay. It is apparently meant to run 60 frames per second at 4K, which is insane when you look back at the original one. To even think,
where did it go in the
to even think that this game could run like that. I mean, this remaster would be absolutely insane, and this was kind of like the beginning of first-person shooters. Definitely.
It was certainly one that, Quake and Doom were obviously the first proper ones, but this was definitely one of the ones that gave it its fame, and it's probably the first one that gave it, maybe Quake as well, but this and Quake were definitely one of the few that gave this the biggest multiplayer experience and co-op as well when you're playing with your friends.
Definitely. So this is very a fundamental ground-breaking game, so it's good to see it'll make a comeback. Hopefully it's not a remake like GTA that is just touch-ups and it's broken.
Yeah.
But hopefully And I feel like it is a good time to remaster, especially with the whole like Daniel Craig films ending, and like people are kind of like they were kind of done with 007, and then when it ended, it was like, oh no, please, we need more. And so I feel like this is a good time to have it. I think. But that's apparently what we have for this week.
That's literally it, because everything else goes back to over 2 weeks ago. So
It's a good start to the year. Strong start. But
a few things in the Elden Ring, but meh, they all are pretty meh.
yeah.
But yeah,
But look,
strong start to the year.
yeah. We the past 2 weeks we took a break from content. We took a break from the podcast content on YouTube, TikToks, all this. So, well, I've been posting TikToks, but anyway, but we're back now. We're
coming back.
We're back to normal. So keep an eye out for all our good stuff on YouTube, where we post let's plays, and on TikTok, where we post all our funny bits from podcasts, let's plays, and just other games that we play in general. And follow the podcast on anything. On the Instagram, where we post movie reviews, TV show reviews, and where you find all our news. And yeah, that's it for this week. Happy New Year, and bye bye.
Bye bye.